On July 17, 2025, the R&B world was shaken by the sudden loss of Robbie Pardlo, the soulful voice behind City High, a group that defined early 2000s music with its raw emotion and social commentary. At just 46 years old, Robbie passed away in his hometown of Willingboro, New Jersey, surrounded by family and friends, leaving behind a legacy of music that touched millions. While his family has not officially confirmed the cause of his death, reports from sources like Ice Cream Conversations suggest he was hospitalized 2 days earlier due to complications from heart failure, a tragic end to a life marked by both triumph and struggle. Known for the Grammy-nominated hit What Would You Do? And his haunting vocals on Caramel, Robbie's journey from a New Jersey high schooler to a chart-topping artist was as inspiring as it was turbulent. His battles with addiction, his devotion to his family, and his undeniable talent made him a complex, deeply human figure. Today, we're diving into Robbie Pardlo's cause of death, age, family, lifestyle, net worth, and biography, to honor a man whose voice still resonates in the hearts of fans worldwide. Robbie Pardlo was born on August 13, 1978, in Willingboro, New Jersey, a tight-knit community that shaped his grounded yet ambitious spirit. Growing up in a musical household, Robbie was surrounded by creativity, though little is known about his early family life beyond his close bond with his mother, Marion, and his brother, Gregory, a Pulitzer Prize-winning poet and professor. His aunt, Cynthia Boyer, and his beloved German Shepherd, Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge, were also part of his inner circle, as noted by TMZ. Music was Robbie's calling from a young age, and by his teens, he was already singing in local groups, his soulful voice catching the attention of peers at Willingboro High School. It was there he met Claudette Ortiz and Ryan Toby, two classmates who would become his bandmates in City High, a trio that would leave an indelible mark on R&B. In a 2010 episode of A&E's Intervention, Robbie shared how music became his escape, a way to channel the joys and pains of his youth, setting the stage for a career that would soar and stumble in equal measure. Robbie's rise to fame began in the late 1990s, when he signed with Wyclef Jean's Booga Basement label as a solo artist. Wyclef, impressed by Robbie's raw talent, suggested forming a group, bringing in Ryan Toby, who had already made waves writing for Will Smith and starring in Sister Act 2. To stand out from other male duos, they added Claudette Ortiz, Robbie's high school sweetheart, creating the trio City High. Their 1999 single, What Would You Do?, first featured on the soundtrack for the film Life, starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, became a cultural phenomenon when released in 2001, peaking at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. According to Billboard, the song's unflinching look at poverty and survival earned a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group in 2002. Their follow-up, Caramel, featuring Eve, climbed to number 18 on the Hot 100, blending smooth harmonies with gritty storytelling, as noted in the Mirror US. City High's self-titled debut album, released in May 2001, reached number 34 on the Billboard 200 and went gold, cementing their place in R&B history, per the Recording Industry Association of America. Despite their success, City High's journey was short-lived, unraveling by 2003 due to personal and creative tensions. Robbie's relationship with Claudette Ortiz, which began in high school, ended before their album was complete, and her subsequent romance with Ryan Toby, whom she married in 2004, added strain to the group's dynamic, as Ryan shared in a hip-hopvibe.com interview. The emotional toll sent Robbie into a downward spiral, exacerbating a battle with alcoholism and drug addiction that began in his teens, as he revealed on A&E's Intervention in January 2010. The episode was raw and heartbreaking, showing Robbie's struggles with depression and heavy drinking, which strained his relationship with his young daughter, Lyric. His family, fearing for his life, staged an intervention, urging him to seek treatment for the sake of Lyric and his newborn son, Cord Andrew. Robbie's candor about his addiction, coupled with his commitment to recovery, resonated with viewers, and by October 2010, he was sober, a milestone celebrated in the show's follow-up. A 2017 interview suggested he was still on the path to recovery, though recent reports hint at a possible relapse before his passing, per Hindustan Times. After City High disbanded, Robbie continued to pursue music, joining the R&B quartet First Take and collaborating with artists like Whitney Houston and Lil' Kim. His voice graced Houston's 1999 hit, My Love Is Your Love, a double platinum track that reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, as noted by Ice Cream Conversations. These collaborations showcased his versatility, but his struggles with addiction limited his solo career. Robbie's personal life centered around his family. His wife, Anika Pardlo, and their 2 children, Lyric and Cord Andrew, were his anchor. He was a devoted father, often speaking about his desire to be a positive role model for his kids, as shared in his intervention episode. His love for the Philadelphia Eagles was a lighter passion, with fans on X recalling his enthusiastic posts celebrating the team's championship run in 2025, per Unheard Voices magazine. Robbie's family remained private, but their grief was palpable, with plans for a memorial service announced in the days following his death, according to TMZ. Robbie's lifestyle was a mix of the highs of fame and the challenges of personal demons. His estimated net worth, ranging from $500,000 to $2 million according to sources like Wikispro.com, came from his City High hits, collaborations, and appearances. He lived modestly in Willingboro, where he returned after years on the road, finding solace in family and community. Social media posts on X, like those from At Realty with Tia, highlighted his warmth, with fans sharing memories of meeting him after concerts, including one who recalled chatting with City High after a 2003 show, per the Mirror US. Robbie's home was filled with mementos of his career, gold records, photos from red carpet events with stars like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, and his beloved dog's toys. Despite his struggles, he was known for his compassion, often mentoring young artists and supporting local music scenes, as his friend Terrell Paul noted in a Facebook post cited by Ice Cream Conversations. His faith, though private, guided him through his darkest moments, giving him strength to fight for sobriety. The news of Robbie's death sent shockwaves through the music community. Fans on X, like at R&B_radar, mourned the loss of his soulful voice, while others, like at Jill Winter Music, praised his emotional depth, noting unconfirmed reports of heart failure as the cause, per TMZ. Tributes poured in from peers, with one fan writing, City High was my first concert. Gonna hit play on Caramel in honor, as shared on Express.UK. The lack of an official cause of death fueled speculation, with Ice Cream Conversations reporting he was hospitalized on July 15th for heart failure complications, passing 2 days later. His passing followed other tragic losses in R&B, like TLC's Lisa, Left Eye Lopez, and Aaliyah, as noted by hip-hopvibe.com, underscoring the fragility of life in the industry. City High's music, with its focus on real-world struggles like poverty and single parenthood, remains a testament to Robbie's ability to connect through song. His family's statement, shared via soapcentral.com, expressed their grief and promised to share memorial details soon, a promise echoed across news outlets. Robbie Pardlo's life was a melody of highs and lows, from the dizzying heights of Grammy-nominated fame to the depths of addiction and heartbreak. At 46, he left behind a legacy of music that spoke truth to power, giving voice to the overlooked and the struggling. His love for his wife, Anika, his children, Lyric and Cord Andrew, and his family defined him as much as his voice did. His battle with addiction, laid bare on national television, showed his courage to confront his demons, even if the fight was never fully won. As fans replay What Would You Do? And Caramel, they remember a man who poured his soul into every note, a New Jersey native who never forgot his roots. If Robbie's story has touched you, if his music has been the soundtrack to your life, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's keep his voice alive, honoring the man who sang from the heart. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Robbie Pardlo. Until next time, keep listening, keep loving, and keep his spirit close.